Selecting a lightsaber for cosplay can be a little bit different than selecting a lightsaber just for display purposes or even for dueling purposes, so let's go over some of the things you should probably consider. First of all, if you're purchasing a lightsaber, you want to see if the blade is removable. So this is a Star Wars The Black Series Force FX lightsaber, and unfortunately with this series of lightsabers, the blades are not removable. So it's still possible to wear this saber with a saber holster, but it's a lot more cumbersome to have the blade attached, and that also detracts from the realism of the saber hilt a little bit too. So definitely something you want to look at. Make sure that the blade can be detached from the saber hilt if you're using it for cosplay. Another thing you want to look at is if you're purchasing an empty hilt from a saber company, see if there is an open switch hole. So some saber companies will sell empty hilts like this, and it'll have a switch hole. That means you need to install a switch yourself if you want to kind of complete the look of the saber. So that, that might not be a big deal to you, but some people maybe don't want to have to do anything, customize the saber in any way. They just want it to be wearable right out of the gate. So you do want to look for some saber companies that will need a little extra modification at the end to complete the hilt. Another thing to look at with the saber hilt is the weight. So this is a Roman Props MK1, and this hilt is a solid static hilt, and that means the middle of the hilt is not hollow. So this is a very heavy saber. It's over 2 pounds in weight, and that might get a little old if you're wearing it all day on your belt. So you'd probably be better off, ideally, with a hollowed out lightsaber. So just keep in mind that Roman Props sells some kind of solid hilts like this, and many of the Master Replicas hilts, aside from the Force FX line, are solid hilts as well. So that means they're quite heavy to wear. Oh, okay. And, speaking of weight as well, if you're just looking for something kind of for display on your belt, you might look into getting a 3D printed lightsaber. So I don't have one of those right here, but those are plastic lightsabers typically, and they can look very realistic, but they're quite a bit lighter and they're often quite a bit cheaper than if you would purchase a metal hilt like all of the ones shown here. So at any rate, those are some of the things to consider if you're looking into selecting a cosplay lightsaber. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What type of lightsabers do you select for cosplay? I'd love to hear from you.